Good evening, Internet. Shroom here. Welcome to another edition of my Pet Deck series where I play my favorite cards and decks in Magic the Gathering. And I've played a number of Rakdos kind of pinging decks and draw die decks, as I've called them on my channel, to the point where I have to admit that these archetypes are pet decks of mine. So I'm going to play another iteration of draw die Rakdos control in Standard. What is draw die control? Let's take a look. So the name Draw Die obviously is a play on Draw Go control, and the idea of it is that we're killing our opponents as they draw cards. We're punishing our opponents for the crime of playing the game of Magic the Gathering. If you know anything about Standard, you know there are tons of card draw engines. All of the major successful archetypes have them, basically. There's cards like Up the Beanstalk, there's Caretaker's Talent, there's Enduring Innocence and Enduring Curiosity, which are all cards that just draw oodles and oodles of cards, and we're going to punish our opponents for doing exactly that, make them lose the game and take damage as they draw cards, and win the game in that way. We're doing that with Razorkin Needlehead, 2 mana 2/2. If our opponent draws, they take a damage. The Scrawling Crawler from Foundations makes it so that on each of our upkeeps, at the beginning of our upkeep, each player draws a card, and whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. And of course, we have Sheoldred to ping our opponent for 2 whenever they draw a card, and gain us 2 life, incidentally, when we draw cards. So the idea is to play these creatures that all punish our opponent for their card draw engines and keep them alive. How are we going to keep them alive, though? I mean, these are all like juicy targets. Well, we're playing an unreasonable amount of discard in our list, including 3 Duress and 4 Binding Negotiation in the main board. So we're just going to take away our opponent's removal spells so that they can't kill our creatures, and so that by the rules of Magic, as the game progresses through its normal phases, they will die from drawing cards. We're also playing 3 of Lively Dirge to resurrect our creatures when they die. We can do this for 4 mana to reanimate up to 2 creatures with total mana value 4 or less, which can be 1 Sheoldred, it can be 2 Razorkin Needleheads, it can be a Scrawling Crawler and a 1-drop that we're additionally playing, or we can play it for its other mode, which is for 1 in addition to the casting cost. Search our library for a card, put it into the graveyard, then shuffle. So for 5 mana, we can tutor a Sheoldred into our graveyard and reanimate it directly onto the battlefield. Or if we only have a Razorkin Needlehead in our graveyard currently, we can pay 5, put a second Razorkin Needlehead into the graveyard, and then bring them both out onto the battlefield with a Lively Dirge playing both spree modes. So this is a very flexible and awesome reanimation spell / tutor for this deck that can recycle our creatures when they die or fish them out in a pinch. We are playing another threat that doesn't punish for card draw, but punishes outside of the normal instances of damage, which normally happens in combat, and that is the Iridescent Vinelasher. I just think this card is so good for this strategy. It just pings our opponent whenever we have a landfall. It's a 1/2, but if we pay it for 3, we get a 1/1 copy of it, so we have 2 lizards that ping whenever a land enters the battlefield. And our mana base is built with the 4 Fabled Passages that we need to make sure that we get those pings early and often with our Iridescent Vinelashers. And the rest of the card is typical Rakdos interaction and card draw to make sure we find our pieces in time. We have a 1 of Insatiable Avarice, which is a card draw piece that for 3 black mana, target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. So if we play this on our opponent, this can actually be a huge burn spell. It starts off at 3 damage to get them 3 cards, but of course we have so many creatures in our deck that just punish our opponent for drawing cards. If there's a Sheoldred on the battlefield, for instance, the Insatiable Avarice played on our opponents is 9 damage right on the spot. So mostly we're using this as a burn spell, but in a pinch we can use it to draw cards as well if we're really stuck and need some action. Speaking of card draw, we're running 3 of Misha's Research decks, which I really like this card for card selection in non-blue decks, and that's why we're playing it. And then we've got some removal / burn. I want burn that can go to the face to help close out games. So I've got 2 of Burst Lightning and 2 of Lightning Strike. I additionally have a couple of Go for the Throats and 1 Bitter Triumph for more black base removal to kill bigger stuff. Total of 23 lands in the deck. We want all of our lands to produce colors because we have pretty strict color requirements. We're playing the 4 of Fabled Passages, as previously mentioned, to trigger our Iridescent Vinelashers, and then we've got our Surveil lands and just a bunch of miscellaneous lands that hopefully mostly will come into play untapped, apart from the Raucous Theaters. I would prefer to have fewer tap lands, but it's kind of hard with standard mana these days. I don't want to play too many pain lands, so we're doing the 4 of Raucous Theaters. The sideboard contains a Cut Down, an Anoint with Affliction, and a couple of Abrades against aggro, and Corey Steel Cutters. It's got Duress number 4, as well as a Pilfer, so we can board up to full 9 of Thoughtseize effects after sideboarding to make sure we get rid of any combo pieces and any removal that might target our stuff. A couple of Brotherhood's Ends can sweep weenie decks and or decks that have gone wide with lots of artifacts, 3 Soul Guide Lanterns for the graveyards, 3 Knight of Dust Shadows to combat decks that want to gain life. We don't want our opponents to gain life, so the Knights shut that down pretty well. And 1 Withering Torment can get rid of enchantments. We are a little bit worried about like Temporary Lockdown is very good against us. So having a one of piece in addition to all of the discard that we have to get rid of a troublesome enchantment can be very useful, and that's why we're playing this card. Anyway, that is the plan. We're going to punish our opponents for the crime of playing Magic the Gathering, kill them as they draw their cards. So this particular build, compared to the last build, I'm up to the full playset of Vinelashers. I just think this card is great, and I'm running the full set of Fabled Passage in the mana base to accommodate the new Vinelashers. Not a whole lot has changed since, Foundations, Bloomburrow, that kind of era when I first built this deck. There aren't too many good pieces for it in the most recent sets, so we're running this as it is. I made some changes to the sideboard as well, added the 3rd side Soul Guide Lantern for graveyard decks. So let us do our pet thing and punish our opponents for playing Magic the Gathering, kill them as they draw cards with their awesome card draw engines that they're so pleased with. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Okay, we're against Snow 284, and we're going to be on the play in round 1. And our hand looks good. We've got a Needlekin, we've got a Binding Negotiation, we've got Pingers, we've got Discard. That's about all we could ask for. I think I will Binding Negotiate on turn 2. So they play Spire Bluff, most likely like a Corey Steel Cutter deck. So we'll go get a Mountain. Yeah, we're just gonna Binding Negotiate. And Spell Pierce, yep. So definitely Corey Steel Cutter. Slick Shot, show off. Alright, we draw another Binding Negotiation. So I think I'll play Vinelasher. Ping you, and I think probably Binding Negotiate again. Opt, stock up, opt. Well, we'll take stock up. One thing about this deck is stock up actually does not trigger all of our pinging effects because it puts card into hand, doesn't draw cards. So we're going to take a huge hit from this Slick Shot. A land for Sheoldred would be nice. We don't draw it, though. That's too bad. That's very bad. Let's attack with our lizard. Play a Scrawling Crawler. So another huge hit from the show off, I must presume. No, only 1. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're drawing 2 cards here. Okay, Fabled Passage is a good one. Let's go grab a Mountain. Do I want to attack? What could they be holding back? I'm gonna attack. They don't have anything they'll flash into play, right? No, okay. Let's play Shelly. I suppose I should have got a swamp so as to not have to ping myself there. This town. So they're playing this town. Opponent scoops it up. Okay. So against Corey Steel Cutter, we want a braid. And we want more cheap removal. Cut down. Anoint with Affliction. Maybe we'll add one Brotherhood's End as well. We can cut Bitter Triumph. I think maybe we can cut a Vinelasher here and there in our matches. We can cut Lively Dirge. Maybe we go down one Duress and one Needlehead. I don't think this is a keepable hand. We do have a research desk. I think we need some form of like removal or something though. So this is a mulligan. And I'm gonna keep this. And bottom. I don't know, probably Sheoldred. Okay, Brotherhood's End might be useful to us. Burst Lightning, I think that's going to be useful as well. Or you Steel Cutter. Alright, what do I want to do here? Binding Negotiate? I probably should kill that Swift Spear. I think I want a Binding Negotiate. I don't know, it's tough. Kill Swift Spear plus play Research Desk. Or do I Binding Negotiate? I think I actually like killing the Swift Spear and playing the Research Desk. Because that creature represents a good 3, 4, possibly more points of damage. Slick Shot. Oh look, it's a second spell. They just get a free token. So now I can Brotherhood's End on creatures, I think. Or do I want to Binding Negotiate? I don't know. I think it's just too much damage to let them go, so let's kill their creatures. Alright, they get in with a monk. Draw land. Can I draw something good here? Hook me up, Research Desk. Needlehead. Grab the Needlehead. I'll play this crawler. torch on the crawler. A research desk. Well, our draw's been pretty anemic this game. Needlehead. I guess we should have binding negotiation first. That would have made more sense. Double this town. So they can this town hit us for they can just this town my guy. I mean, I guess I'm gonna make him play it. So they can bounce their Quarry Steel Cutter or their token, their cutter, if I go for like an abrade or something. Duress. Let's duress you. Research desk. Crack it. Can I find something good, please? Cut down works. Alright, we're alive for the moment. Opponent's not going to be triggering their Quarry Steel Cutter anytime soon. Research desk. Hook me up, bro. Double lands. Needlekin. Needlehead, rather. I think we need a Sheoldred or a Lively Dirge. I don't think the Needlehead is good enough. It can block a hasty creature. Let's see. Next turn I can Needlehead plus play Research Desk and crack it. I don't know. I feel like it's not good enough. Maybe that's a mistake. There's a Lively Dirge. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can actually pay for Spell Pierce too. So let's do it. Get Shelly into our graveyard. Reanimate Shelly. Now they are this town deck. Okay, they're gonna double spell. And they get to trigger their thing, and they get to win the game. Boo. Let's go for Brotherhood's End number 2. What the heck? I'm adding Bitter Triumph back. Anything that can kill creatures. Plus my Abrades to kill the artifacts. Cut another Vinelasher. Let's go up to 7 main board discard cards. And we'll cut our threats when we bring in all this interaction. Alright. This looks fine. think we'll just hold up Burst Lightning. The opt. Play our Verge research desk. Quarry Steel Cutter. Alright, let's crack our research desk. We have this card till the end of our next turn. Vinelasher or Lightning Strike. Probably the Vinelasher. I could just play a Vinelasher with Offspring this turn. I think I'd rather just play a regular old one. Play a tap land and hold up Burst Lightning. Scrawling Crawler. We've already got one. I think we can bin that. Storm Chasers. Torch the tower. Activates their Quarry Steel. Let's go ahead and kill that. Just save some damage. Sheoldred, okay. I think we'll play Sheoldred. Haven't drawn a single discard spell this game so far, which sucks. This town. Ghost Vacuum. I mean, all their removal has been exile based so far, so. Alright, Raucous Theater. Duress? I want a Duress. They exile my research desk. Stock up does not trigger Sheoldred, unfortunately. Okay, we draw Duress. That's a good one. Let us Duress. Storm Chasers, stock up, Torch, Opts. I'm gonna take Storm Chasers. Now I could Lively Dirge and get a Needlekin and my Crawler. I think I want to do that, actually. It seems pretty good to me. Alright. Oh, I can't put a Needlekin and the Crawler. Nah, that was silly. I guess it's just a Vinelasher then, which is too bad, really. Yeah, might as well attack. Sure, block with your free token. Flash dragons, stock up at instant speed. It's good. What is flash dragons? Oh, we did manage to take a creature out of our yard before they could ghost vacuum, so that's cool. One of the new dragons lets you cast sorceries and dragons with flash. Oh, cool. Alright, they're doing a ridiculous amount of damage this turn. Fabled Passage would have been so good with our Vinelasher. Alright, play Crawler. There's just no point in attacking. Because they just get the stupid token back. I guess it starts off smaller. Yeah, I'm going to attack. I guess it does make sense to block. To attack. We are in a good position. There's a stock up. Which does not trigger Sheoldred or the thing, unfortunately. So they have to keep both their tokens back this turn, yeah. Okay, can I draw a lightning strike or something? Oh, how about a burst lightning? They're totally tapped out. Burn you in the face. Alright, we beat Corey Steel Cutter. What an annoying deck, but we're pretty good against it. Joe Bob 7172, the Mighty, is our next opponent. Okay. Yeah, our hand looks good. It's very interactive. We don't have any cheap pingers, but we'll get them. I'm gonna keep. Memory Deluge is a heck of a card draw spell for control decks, definitely. Heaped Harvest, Roaring Furnace. So they're gonna ramp, play dragons and draw cards. They have double Heaped Harvest. I could take one. I'm not gonna be able to stop them from ramping. 4. So I guess maybe the Roaring Furnace makes the most sense to take, because it will, in the long run, get them a bunch more cards. But then again, we want them to draw cards, so that's the thing about this deck. You have to break yourself out of the mindset of like, oh, if we make this play, they'll draw cards, and that's bad. No, it's actually... that's how you win the game. We're just gonna bolt the bird. There's a Heaped Harvest. Mishras. Alright. I'm gonna play Vinelasher. Continue. Play Research Desk. Yeah, I don't know. I think Memory Deluge was is kind of too good. Another Roaring Furnace. Okay. Grab a Swamp. So they spend their whole turn doing 3 damage to our lizard. They do get to cast this dragon next turn. It looks like they're a life gain deck, so the knights will be coming in. Alright, well, let's see if we can find a land. No. That's really unfortunate. I guess it's Insatiable Avarice then. We just play our Needlehead. So are they a Dragonback Assault deck? They're very heavy on enchantments. Oh, Heaped Harvest. Alright, they get their dragon next turn. You can just gain life here, sure. Yeah. The bots. Ban this bot real quick. I draw Bitter Triumph. That really sucks. Alright, we attack for 2, and I guess I'm playing this on Vampiric Tutor mode to get a land. Which is not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Rennie, oh jeez. That's a 10-10. Protection from white and black. Well, I don't really have any answers to that. Yeah, I don't have a way to get rid of Rennie, so that's a 2-turn clock. Another Rennie. Okay, I mean, I can dirge back Sheoldred, but then, I just die because I take 10 damage. Okay. Edict in the sideboard? I don't have any edicts. I maybe should swap out one of these removal spells for an edict. I was thinking Bitter Triumph, but I didn't actually pull the trigger on that. So we want Knight. We want Pilfer. We want stuff that can take creatures. Maybe a Braid too, or Duress. All of our discard. We just have to try to Thoughtseize all the Rennies before they can cast them. And Thoughtseize all of their ramp. When we go down all this, when we go up all this interaction, we have to go down some of our other cards. Maybe we want Withering Torment too. I don't know. The Heaped Harvests are artifacts, and they ramp twice. I could see how that would be worth bringing in something to kill them. over like lightning strikes. And we'll cut a dirge. I mean, yeah, this looks fine. We've got duress and a knight. That's good. Duress. Field time, 3 steps ahead. Heaped harvest. Take heaped harvest. We don't want them ramping. They actually don't have green mana for turn 1. Okay. We'll play this Vinelasher. Land. They torch it. Plus desk. Alright, they're stuck on red mana right now. A braid? I think we want an abrade to kill a Llanowar elf. Alright, let's attack. Let's crack our research desk. Binding negotiation. It's binding negotiation. Regent. Dracosaur explosion. What to take here? Probably the Bloombind Regent, because that can ramp them by 2 lands. Okay, well, they're just not drawing anything. Let's activate the research desk. Okay, we will grab a land. Burst lightning. Can just pump up our dude. Let's do some research. Okay, opponent's had enough. I think we just run it back. Alright, duress into binding negotiation into pingers is great. We just want them to not have Llanowar Elf turn 1. Okay, good. They're an Ugin deck? Of course they are. Alright. Continue taking away their cards. I think I'll take 3 steps ahead. Opponent missing their land drop again. We'll take the Meringue River Regents. Okay, now they have Torch to the Tower available, which is too bad. Because they can kill either of our creatures. Oh, unless we draw Duress. Get a black source. Get our crawler. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay, so they do get a basic of their choice now. Sheoldred. I don't think I want to play Sheoldred into that. I want them to use their ill-timed explosion first. Maybe just draw some cards here. Nah, I'm gonna wait. This is gonna be a good burn spell for us. Roaring Furnace. Gonna take out our Crawler. Alright, we draw nothing. So I think I'll just play Sheoldred. There's the ill-timed explosion, yep. So they have to discard 5 worth of stuff to kill Shelly, which they will. So they're showing Bonnie Paul. Okay, research desk. Let's research. Duress Sheoldred. Let's take Duress. Duress you. Get Ugin out of there. Needlehead. So this is actually 6 damage this represents to them. Oh, they're just gonna draw extra cards. Okay. No fear whatsoever. Okay, so they're dead. In several different ways. Okay. Taking down Ramp City. Quituki the Virtuous is our opponent. And our hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. Do I duress turn 1? I believe I do. Obliterating Bolts, Innkeeper's Talents, Screaming Nemesis, Emberheart Challenger. What do I take here? I'll take Obliterating Bolt. That does kill our Needlehead. We can't play it next turn, though. We do want to play it eventually, though. Okay. They play Innkeeper's Talents. Okay, let's play a Vinelasher. Make our land drop. Ping you. Play a Needlehead. There's an Emberheart Challenger. Yeah, it's gonna do some damage. Take it. Another Needlehead. Fabled Passage, I like it. Well, if we're not gonna block, we're gonna attack. We're gonna go for the throat one of these creatures. Oh, opponent's not making land drops. Okay. They have a Snakeskin Veil. Until end of turn. So they only have this until the end of the turn. Monstrous Rage. How did I guess? 10. Play Shelly. I guess I'll just attack for 2. And I probably have to block with Sheoldred this turn, right? Because if they have Monstrous Rage, it's just lethal. Yeah, I do have to block. Monstrous Rage. So we're gonna go down to 2. They could just have another one and it's over now. Alright, we got rid of the Challenger. Let's go ahead and just do this now. Another Fabled Passage. Alright, I think we got this. Opponent goes down to 1, and they're taking 2 on their draw step. Okay, we got them. Phew, that was close. So, aggro, but not the Quarry Steel kind. We want Anoint with Affliction. I think we want Withering Torment. Cut down. We saw Emberheart Challenger and Screaming Nemesis. Cut down's not really good at killing either one. I think a Braid is better. Maybe a Duress. Yeah, I don't think we bring in Withering Torment, actually. The 2 life is just too much of a cost. So we cut some of this stuff. Like that. Okay. We've got Interaction. Not necessarily good removal, but we got stuff we can do. Alright, I think we want to duress. Burst Lightning, Innkeeper's Talent. We'll take Innkeeper's Talent. So they have a Questing Druid, but that's their only creature. Oh, they just play a 1/1 Questing Druid. You don't have a removal spell for it, though. We'll keep a Crawler, I guess. I should have been that. I can't actually play it. So what do I do here? Kill the Screaming Nemesis? I probably should kill something while they're tapped out. Do I kill the Questing Druid or the Screaming Nemesis? I actually think I kill Questing Druid because it gets larger. Monstrous Rage. Whoa. Didn't see that coming. Okay, let's get a mountain. Now we can't actually kill the Screaming Nemesis with what we have in our hand, which is a problem. Pyroclasm plus Burst Lightning. I guess I'll take Burst Lightning. I'll play a Research Desk. Manifold Mouse. A Braid. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I can kill the mice. Then I go to 1. I can't kill Screaming Nemesis, or I could only kill Screaming Nemesis, and then I would take 3 damage. If it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. Yeah, killing this with damage is just lethal to me. So, I think I'm dead here. Theoretically, I could survive, but pretty behind the 8 ball. So, maybe we'll bring in some Brotherhoods in too. A Brotherhood's End. Bitter Triumph is going to be tough, but it's black removal that can kill the Nemesis. I still don't like it. Yeah, something like this. Is this a keepable hand? On the play, we've got a Duress. We don't have any creature removal. I don't know. Duress is good against them. I'm gonna keep. Hopefully our Surveils will be friendly to us. Annoyance Affliction, that's great. Alright, let's duress. Snakeskin, Monstrous Rage, Questing Druid. I think we'll take Monstrous Rage. Lightning Strike sounds good. Alright, there's the Druid. Let's play a Vinelasher. Ping you. Bolt the Druid while you're tapped out. It's definitely possible that Snakeskin Veil was a better take than Monstrous Rage. I'm gonna take 3. Okay, we do have the answer for the Nemesis. Play our Fabled Passage. Ping. Attack. Certainly double Challenger here. Obliterating Bolts. Just a land. A Braid. It would be good except for... Oh, I put it on top. Except for they have that Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, I should not have kept that a Braid. That was probably a bad call. I think like a Lively Dirge is what I really want. Or just like... Go for the throat. Duress. Alright, let's Challenger. We're just gonna take this. Alright, we draw 2 cards. We know one is a Braid. I would love it if the second one was a discard spell of some kind. No such luck. Okay, I think we're just passing. Probably blocking. I don't know, maybe that's incorrect. Witchstalker Frenzy. Okay. Yep. Hired Claw. Alright, in response to that, I mean, these creatures are all, like, lethal, basically, right? This thing just pings automatically when it attacks. I don't know. We need something good here. Go for the throats. Nah, that's not good enough. Because... yeah, it's not good enough. Because if they attack... whatever I choose to target with this, they can just Snakeskin Veil, and then they have a lethal attack. So they got us. Well, Monstrous Rage is a heck of a card. It's possible I should have... duressed away Snakeskin Veil at the very beginning. I also should not have kept that Abrade on top of my deck. Simple Orange is our next opponent. Uh-oh, look at that avatar. They're probably an aggro deck. They're showing mice. I like the fact that we have removal. We can keep this. Sheoldred's a good card. Opponent mulls. Oh, look, it's another Monstrous Rage deck. Oh. A Monstrous Rage deck with mana issues? Do I play my Needlehead here? Yeah, sure, why not? Burst Lightning. Opponent not drawing lands. We would like to draw some lands if possible. Yeah, we'll just grab this Verge. Play it. Opponent's stuck on one land. Okay. I feel like we should be able to beat them. Play Shelly. We have another Shelly and two Lively Verges. Yeah, we'll block. Monstrous Rage. Play Sheoldred. Okay, so they could be a Corey Steel deck. Plotting a Slick Shot. Let's attack with Shelly. And I think I'm just gonna hold up a kill spell for this Slick Shot. Hey, it's a Corey Steel Cutter. Who would have thought? Okay, let's kill the Slick Shot. Attack with Sheoldred. Play a Needlehead. Bolt you. So you gotta kill Sheoldred or deal with it right now or you're dead. Okay. Well, opponent didn't draw land number 2 for a while, so... So, have we played any Yeah, we played one non-Monstrous Rage matchup so far. Okay. So, give me a Braid. Anoint. Maybe one Brotherhood's End. Duress. Yeah, something like that. About 21 lands. They have so much card velocity they can find their lands to cast their stock up, so I guess it makes sense. We've got double duress. That's good. I think we can keep this. Yeah, I just looked at the list and it was 21, so 20 to 21 does make sense, considering they play Sleight of Hand, Opt, Burst Lightning, Corey Steel Cutter. We'll take Corey Steel Cutter. Then just gonna Slick Shot. Okay. I think we'll play our Theater. Bitter Triumph, we'll keep a Bitter Triumph. And Duress again. Storm Chaser's Talent, no thank you. They find a Cutter. Yeah, it's true. You can get, if you're playing only 21, you keep like a 1-land hand, you can get very punished. So they top deck the Cutter. So they get to do a bunch of damage because they get their free token. We draw Bitter Triumph. A Braid is good. I think I'm going to Bitter Triumph and discard the Research Desk. I probably should have done it when they were tapped out, because they could have Spell Pierce. Okay, they don't. That's good. Alright, we'll play Shelly. Sleight of Hand. Three. I mean, we're gonna take this. See if we die. Monstrous Rage. Yeah, we might very well die. No, we just take 6. Okay. Ooh, Brotherhood's End. That's a good one. I think we have to keep Sheoldred back, though. Yeah, we're gonna Brotherhood's End. and not attack. We're still a little low on life. Okay, that's a good draw. I mean, we do have to kill them eventually, right? Is 6 life enough? Yeah, considering we're gonna have another creature here. So we'll play the Needlehead. Go. Alright, let's go ahead and abrade the Quarry Steel Cutter. Happens. Okay. Let's attack with our dudes. Bolt you. Okay, took him down. Phew, that was close. But we got there. Bizarra the Brilliant is our next opponent. And we've got some removal and a Shelly. I think we can keep. Alright, we'll start on a Surveil land. We'll keep a Needlehead. Okay, so it's not Quarry Steel Cutter. That's a switch. Do I want to play this Needlehead? Yeah, probably. It's gonna die. Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, play our land and say go. Well, we're gonna kill the bat. We'll pay 3 life. Slasher. Yeah, that's a good one. Iridescent Vinelasher. I think we'll offspring this. Ping ping. Cut down one of our lizards. Yeah, we'll block the other one. We'll draw another Vinelasher. Let's go for a Needlehead. Nowhere to run. So it looks like they're mono black, just all removal with, you know, stalkers. They probably have Unholy Annex. So this is a matchup where we would like to draw our discard. Ping ping. Opponent's giving me Teferi emotes. More nowhere to run. Well, we're gonna block. I'd like to take this thing offline for a minute. Hey, there's the Unholy Annex. We draw land. Well, I have to assume they have a removal spell for Sheoldred since they've known about it since like turn 1. Liliana.
Nobody knows Dominaria. Drop it.
We discarded Intimidation Tactics. We just draw land. I don't know what we have that's going to help us in this situation. Bitter Triumph we've already used.
You won't be outsmarting me.
We just draw more land. Okay. So, yeah, discard spells would be really nice against that. We also want Withering Torment. We want Anoint with Affliction. Do we want our Knights? I think we want our Knights so they can't start gaining off of their Unholy Annexes. So we're all in on the discard. I don't think... Burst Lightning kills the Deep Cavern Bats, so we do want that. Actually, we want Cut Down also. All the discard, all the removal. Go down to 2 Vinelashers. I don't know, maybe we don't need Cut Down because it basically only kills the bat. It kills the Slasher temporarily too, but I don't think that's good enough. We do want some things that can kill the bat. Maybe I'll cut 1 Lightning Strike, so we still have 4, 5, like 7 or 8 removal pieces that can kill the bat. Three research desks and a Scrawling crawler. That's not going to do it. We got to mulligan that. Okay. I like 3 duresses a lot more than 3 research desks. Keep this. We'll bottom Swamp. You don't need land. Archfiend, Speed Demon, Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, so we gotta keep up Go for the Throat for the bat. Binding Negotiation. That's a good one. I guess we didn't need to play it this turn. I guess we gotta take the Preacher. Lively Dirge. Well, let's duress. Take nowhere to run. They just have these creatures, though, that we need answers for. We draw 4-drop. Needlehead. It's not gonna... I mean, are we actually just scared? Yep. Okay. Well, not much of a game there, but... I mean, some of our opponents got a little meta screwed today, so I guess it's our turn. Okay, our final iteration with my pet standard draw die Rakdos control deck was the 3-2. I'm very pleased that we beat Izzet Izzet Cutter decks twice. We lost to a mono red, actually a Gruul Aggro deck, into mono black. Yeah, one thing I did for this iteration of the deck, which I think I probably should not have done, is I cut Mistress Research Desk number 4 in favor of the 4th Vinelasher, especially considering that I ended up boarding out Vinelasher's most matches. I think it's just better to have the Research Desk so that we don't run into as many situations as we did last time with like not finding anything relevant. I think there could be some more non-discard removal as well. Like definitely a Sheoldred's Edict or two in the 75 I think belongs, because we ran into the issue with that giant dragon that's like hexproof. You know, there are those hexproof creatures out there that you want to be able to edict your opponent for. And, you know, there's planeswalkers that get played as well. Sheoldred's Edict is just a good card to have in a deck that's running black removal spells. So definitely I would find room for 1 or 2 of those in the 75. I could see also sideboarding... I don't know. We got the black removal, so that's pretty good. I was going to say, like, something that can exile stuff, like maybe Obliterating Bolt or something. But maybe Anoint's Affliction is good enough. I just think maybe, yeah, 1 or 2 more black removal spells, which should include at least 1 Sheoldred's Edict. And then add the 4th Mishra's Research Desk and cut probably a Vinelasher. Yeah, there's a good argument for like 24 lands too. We're running 23 with the research desks and the fact that our average mana value is like 2 or something. But we do have like Sheoldred that we want to get to. We eventually want to get to 4 and 5 mana to turn on, fully enable our Lively Dirge. So there's some argument for 24 lands, definitely. So maybe you'll see that change next time I play this deck. But overall, I think the deck is really fun and it has a lot of good matchups. There's a lot of decks in Standard that just draw many cards, and those decks will just die to this, especially if you can duress away a couple of removal spells, which you should be able to do with your 7 main board, boarding up to 9 like Thoughtseize type effects. You should be able to keep your creatures around a while with the removal, with the discard, and with the Lively Dirges. And like your average Beanstalk or Caretaker's Talent deck will just die. Against that ramp deck you saw too, like a ramp strategy, mid-range to ramp strategy is kind of like the preferred prey of this deck. I just think it's a good card. It's a good deck in the meta. Just, you know, you got to have the discard because you got to make sure that your creatures stick around. But if they can stick around, you should win the game against any deck that's not like super aggro. Especially with the changes that I have in mind, adding Sheoldred's Edict. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching me play Standard Draw Die Control in my pet deck series. If you did and you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I stream MTG on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday night. There is a link to my Twitch in the description if you want to come check out the action in real time one of these days. Well, good luck with the rest of your week, and I'll see you Friday for more MTG.